What if I told you that the greatest power isn't in your words, but in your silence? Picture this. Someone insults you, mocks you, or tries to break you, expecting you to explode in anger, to fight back, to show them how much they've affected you. But instead, you say nothing. You don't react. You don't explain yourself. You don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you lose control. Instead, you disappear, silently, powerfully, leaving them to drown in the echo of their own emptiness. That's the art of Stoicism. Not reacting, but cutting people off in a way that forces them to realize you were the one with the power all along. And in 2025, in a world filled with endless drama, noise and manipulation, this might be the single greatest skill you could ever master. Imagine the kind of control it takes to walk away from conflict without looking back, to preserve your energy, your peace, and your dignity while others crumble under the weight of their own emotions. This is the path of a Stoic, a path of inner strength and unshakable self-mastery. But this isn't just about avoiding toxic people or ignoring petty conflicts. This is about becoming so resilient, so untouchable, that no one, not their insults, their schemes, or their manipulations, can move you. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to show you how to master this ancient philosophy step by step, so that by the time we're done, you'll never feel the need to react to anyone ever again. And if you're ready to embrace this transformation, hit that subscribe button now, because this is only the beginning of your journey to ultimate self-control. Why reacting is the ultimate weakness. Have you ever thought about what happens when you react to someone's insult, criticism, or manipulation? In that split second of anger or frustration, you hand over control of your mind. You let someone else dictate your emotions, your peace, and ultimately your power. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Roman emperor, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But how often do we forget this? How often do we let others pull our strings like puppeteers, leaving us emotionally drained and spiritually weakened? Reacting isn't strength. It's surrender. Every time you react, you give them what they want, your energy, your focus, and your vulnerability. Think about it. When you respond in anger, what are you really doing? You're validating their words. You're showing them that they've gotten under your skin. And the more you react, the more you become their prisoner. It's like playing a game where the other person always wins because they've baited you into losing control. The Stoics knew this well. Epictetus, one of the greatest philosophers of all time, reminds us, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Your anger, your frustration, your emotional outbursts, they're not the fault of the person who provoked you. They're the result of your failure to control yourself. But here's the truth no one wants to hear. Staying silent, choosing not to react, is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. It's not about suppressing your feelings or pretending you're unaffected. It's about mastering your emotions to such an extent that nothing external can shake your inner peace. Silence is not weakness, it's discipline. It's the ability to rise above the chaos and noise, to refuse to stoop to the level of those who seek to provoke you. And when you do this, when you respond with silence, you disarm them completely. They're left confused, powerless, and forced to face the emptiness of their own actions. Now, imagine how different your life could be if you stopped reacting to everything. No more wasting energy on arguments that lead nowhere. No more sleepless nights replaying conflicts in your mind. No more giving away your peace to people who don't deserve it. Instead, you would live like a fortress, strong, unshaken, and impenetrable. This is the essence of Stoic philosophy, not letting the storms of the world disturb the calm within you. So stay with me, because in the next chapter, we're going to dive even deeper into the Stoic practice of cutting people off, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. And if you're ready to take control of your emotions and transform your life, subscribe now and join us on this journey. The best is yet to come. A Stoic's ultimate response. There is a unique power in silence, a strength so profound that it leaves others reeling in its wake. Imagine someone who constantly tests your patience, a manipulator, a critic, or even a so-called friend who drains your energy with their toxicity. What they thrive on is your reaction. They need your anger, your defense, or even your attention to feel significant. But what happens when you deny them the one thing they crave? What happens when, instead of engaging in their game, you silently walk away, cutting them off without a single word or explanation? You leave them powerless, confused, and forced to confront the reality that their actions no longer affect you. This is not an act of weakness. This is the ultimate act of self-respect. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from within, and nothing illustrates this better than the silent cut. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "What progress have I made? I am beginning to be my own friend." Cutting people off isn't about anger or revenge. It's about prioritizing your peace, your mental clarity, and your values above all else. Picture this. You're no longer wasting hours replaying arguments in your head or crafting perfect comebacks to someone who doesn't deserve your time. Instead, you redirect all that energy inward. You focus on building yourself, your mind, your goals, your inner strength. Cutting someone off silently doesn't mean you hate them or wish them harm. It means you've decided that their presence disrupts your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. And when you make that decision, you send a message not only to them but also to yourself. Your peace is non-negotiable. This silent act of walking away is far more powerful than any argument could ever be. Why? Because it shows that you're in control. You're not letting your emotions dictate your actions. You're not seeking validation through confrontation. You're simply stepping back and reclaiming your power. And here's the beauty of it. The more you practice this, the stronger you become. You'll notice that people who once tried to provoke you start to fade away because they realize they can no longer affect you. You'll also find that new, healthier relationships begin to form, relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Silence is the language of the wise, the weapon of the strong, and the shield of the unshakable. Stay with me, because in the next chapter, we'll explore how this silent strength can be cultivated in every aspect of your life. And if you're ready to embrace this transformation, this journey is just getting started, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Mastering emotional fortitude through detachment. What if I told you that the greatest battles you'll ever fight won't be with others, but within yourself? That the true test of strength isn't about proving your worth to someone else, it's about proving it to yourself. Emotional fortitude, the ability to remain calm, composed, and unmoved by the chaos around you, is the hallmark of a Stoic. But how do you achieve this level of mastery in a world that constantly pulls at your emotions, demanding reactions at every turn? The answer lies in detachment, not from life itself, but from the need for external validation, from the fear of losing people who don't deserve a place in your life, and from the endless cycle of emotional dependency. Detachment isn't cold or indifferent, it's liberation. And once you grasp this, no one will ever hold power over you again. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." True detachment begins when you stop tying your happiness to external forces, whether it's the approval of others, the need to prove yourself, or even the company of those who drain your energy. Think about it. How many times have you allowed someone's words or actions to dictate your mood, your day, or even your life? Every time you let someone else's behavior control your emotions, you're giving away a piece of your power. Detachment is about reclaiming that power. It's about recognizing that your peace, your joy, and your strength come from within, not from the fleeting opinions or actions of others. When you detach, you're no longer a puppet in someone else's game. You become untouchable, a force of nature that no one can shake. And here's the most profound truth. Detachment isn't about cutting yourself off from love or connection. It's about ensuring that the love and connection you do allow into your life are worthy of you. When you detach, you stop chasing after people who take you for granted, and you start attracting those who respect and value you. It's like clearing the clutter from your life so that the light can shine through. But achieving this state isn't easy. It requires discipline, reflection, and the courage to let go of what doesn't serve you. Yet the rewards are immeasurable. You'll feel lighter, freer, and more in control than ever before. And the best part? The world will notice. Those who once thrived on your reactions will be left confused and powerless, while those who see your strength will be drawn to your unshakable presence. So, stay with me as we move into the next chapter, where we'll dive even deeper into the practices that make emotional fortitude not just a concept, but a way of life. And before we go any further, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because this journey toward becoming unbreakable has only just begun. Turning pain into power. Life is filled with moments of pain, betrayal, and disappointment, those gut-wrenching experiences that make you question everything. But here's the truth most people will never tell you. Pain is not your enemy. In fact, it's your most powerful teacher, the raw material from which your strength is forged. The Stoics believed that pain, when embraced and understood, could be transformed into power. It's not about avoiding suffering, it's about learning to use it. Imagine taking every heartbreak, every failure, every moment of rejection, and turning it into fuel to become someone so strong, so unshakable, that no one can ever bring you to your knees again. This is the Stoic way, and once you learn how to alchemize your pain, nothing in this world can break you. Epictetus, born a slave and yet one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "Difficulties show a person's character." Think about that for a moment. The trials you face are not punishments. They are opportunities. Every hardship you endure is shaping you, sharpening you, and preparing you for something greater. But here's the key. The pain itself does not define you. It's your response to it that determines whether you will crumble or rise. Most people let pain consume them. They react with anger, despair, or bitterness. But the Stoic knows better. Instead of letting pain destroy you, you embrace it, study it, and let it mold you into something stronger. Picture a blacksmith hammering a piece of steel in the fire. That fire is your pain, and every strike of the hammer is refining you, making you unbreakable. The choice is yours. Will you let the fire consume you, or will you let it forge you? But here's the most profound part. When you master the art of turning pain into power, you don't just transform yourself, you inspire everyone around you. People will see your resilience, your calm, your ability to rise above what should have destroyed you, and they'll wonder how you did it. They'll want to follow your lead, to learn the secret behind your strength. And that secret lies in the Stoic philosophy. To control what you can, accept what you cannot, and use every experience, good or bad, to grow. This is not just survival, it's mastery. So, if you're ready to take the pain you've carried and transform it into a weapon of strength, stay with me, because the next chapter will show you how to make this transformation permanent. This is your moment to rise, and we're just getting started on this path to inner power. The silent power of walking away. There is a kind of strength so profound, so unshakable, that it doesn't need to announce itself. It doesn't argue, it doesn't plead, it doesn't prove its worth. It simply walks away. This strength is not born out of arrogance or disdain, but from a place of absolute clarity. Walking away in silence and without drama is one of the most powerful actions you can take in this life. Why? Because it signals to the world and to yourself that you value your peace, your dignity, and your energy more than the chaos someone else tries to bring into your life. It's not about cowardice, it's about control. Imagine this: every time you react, argue, or engage with those who try to tear you down, you hand over a piece of your power. But when you walk away unbothered, you reclaim it entirely. The Stoics believed that true power lies in restraint, in the ability to master your emotions and rise above petty conflicts. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." And what is bravery, if not the courage to detach yourself from what no longer serves you? Walking away doesn't mean you've lost. It means you've chosen yourself over the drama, the toxicity, and the noise. It's an act of profound self-respect. The person who walks away silently doesn't need to convince anyone of their worth. They don't seek revenge, explanations, or closure. They simply let their absence speak volumes. And here's the secret: your silence will echo louder than any words ever could. The people who once thrived on your reactions will be left powerless, and those who truly value you will feel the weight of your absence. That's the beauty of walking away. It forces the world to see your strength without you ever having to prove it. But walking away is more than just an action. It's a mindset, a way of living. It's about knowing when to invest your energy and when to withdraw it. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that we should focus only on what is within our control, and what is more in your control than the decision to leave behind what no longer aligns with your peace and purpose. When you master the art of walking away, you free yourself from the endless cycle of emotional entanglement. You become untouchable, a force of nature moving forward with quiet confidence. And here's where it gets truly powerful. When you walk away, you don't just leave a situation, you elevate yourself. You create space for growth, for opportunities, and for people who truly value your presence. Stay tuned as we continue this journey of Stoic mastery in the next video. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to this channel, because this isn't just a video, this is the beginning of your transformation. And trust me, the best is yet to come.